Yep, it's official. This league's the Shadow Gallade staple. Hello, my name is Shadow Gallade, and welcome to the PWC Season 10. I've come to love this league. Coming from a humble little league with a funny gimmick to the main on the channel. I won't waste your time. You already know the rules. It's Wi-Fi, and our first one has to come to every game. But what is it? Well, in celebration of hitting 200 subs, thank you by the way, we grabbed Misdreavous, number 200. It's not quite as gimmicky as Voltorb, but it doesn't need to be. It's a funny little ghost. So let's talk about what it actually does do. It's got alright special bulk, especially with Eviolite. Mono Ghost is really good defensively, and its coverage is pretty good. It's got some nice utility. Will-O-Wisp is always nice to have. But enough celebration. Just kidding. There's never enough celebrating. Here's the real funny part. Power creep go brrr. So here's what Darkrai does. Even though it's no longer the god of death it used to be, it's still monstrous. Absolutely insane power. 135 special attack, 125 speed, and some decent coverage. Like, there's a reason this thing was banned for as long as it was, and not just Dark Void. It is going to murder everything in the game. Speaking of murdering everything in the game, however, Azumarill, we're bringing him back! So you saw what this thing did in DDL Season 2, and it does the same thing here. It just gets in, says, you got a sack, and then they sack something. It's great. Speaking of forcing people to sack things, this really is an all-star season. Gothitelle is back to pull the same trapping shenanigans it always has. Not much has really changed for it since DDL Season 1, other than the addition of Psychic Noise, which, I mean, it's alright. It's not going to revolutionize Gothitelle, but it's certainly useful, and I will definitely be happy to use it. Next up, again, the All-Star season. Cinderace back from the IBL Championship. It's got hazards. It says hazards are stupid. And spoilers, this is our only defogger, or hazard remover, because hazards go brrr. It has score change. What do you want me to say about it? It's gonna be annoying, and it's gonna run boots every single week. I guarantee you this now. But let's talk about something that can run the same set as last time. Or maybe it can. Dragonite has returned to the fray. Pete. Oh man, I'm so happy to have this thing back. Dragonite, my favorite mod to use in draft. Nothing's really changed for it since, like, you didn't really get anything from DLC 2 that I should really let you know about. It's just the same old Dragonite you've come to know and love. We don't need to turn normal E-Speed. It's just gonna click moves and it's gonna win the game, whether it be through skill or hacks alone. Anyway, here's a classic we haven't seen in a while, but still a PWC staple, Snorlax. It sits on the bench and you gotta think, is it gonna curse sweep me? And you have to fear it, otherwise, nobody expects the curse lax. Well, everyone expects the curse lax. But nobody respects the Curse-Lax. It's gonna be wondrous. And this thing is a PWC staple, having been on 3 teams now in Seasons 6, 7, and now 10. I'm looking forward to using this thing. And look, he even brought Present Thriller with him. Oh, nice. Now then, for the first new Pokemon since Darkrai, Duraludon. So I needed a Steel type. One that would say between 80 and 100. And you know, I could have got Tinkaton again. But I use that thing too much. So I wanted Duraludon. The nice thing is, it does have Eviolite complementing its already impressive 115 defense and shelling up its measly 50 special defense. Alongside powerful coverage and a 120 special attack, since people tend to forget this was a fully evolved Mon for quite some time. It's gonna be great. Speaking of great things, Meganium. Oh man, what can I say about Meganium? I love this thing more than most people do anyway. So besides being a bulky grass type, what did it gain? Well, it got Curse and Body Press. It has Knockoff now. That's pretty cool. This thing's not our ace. But it doesn't need to be our ace. It's just gonna sit there and say, I have nothing better to do, and this game is going for 60 minutes whether or not you like it. So we just did that. And I like it. And our final mon, Palmon. So I wanted some more speed on the team, and I wanted an electric immunity. So naturally, we didn't go with the ground type, we went with a Volt Absorb Palmon, who wants to run Iron Fist 90% of the time, but can't because it has to run Volt Absorb. Pigeon holding. And before I forget, no, we cannot run Revival's Blessing. But still, it has a nice coverage, and it's got some good speed. I'm looking forward to using this thing, and hopefully it makes more splashes than it did in DDL Season 2. And that is our team. Not the flashiest way to celebrate 200, but hey, we got to 200, and I didn't think we'd get this far, honestly. So I'm happy for that. See you guys week 1. Bye-bye.